Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris here. Once again, looking at today's slate for the 12th of August. Once again, hope you guys all did pretty good last night. And as we all know, these last couple days have just been absolute chaotic. So hopefully, you guys have been adjusting accordingly to the news. Yeah, so anyway, for the most part, really good night. We just got screwed by one person. That was Cam Johnson. Yeah, the one time that we decided to pick him, he absolutely sucks. So, but besides that, we still barely even missed the cash line, even with Johnson absolutely sucking. So we had a powerful lineup, just got screwed by one dude. So unfortunate there. But like I said, hopefully you guys all did pretty good yesterday. And once again, our sports betting line. Sports betting advice won pretty good again. We went 2-0, and then obviously did a parlay for that one. So two-team parlay, and we did win. We picked the Celtics by 3.5, and then also the Kings by 3. So yeah, as normal, if you guys are struggling with DFS, it's kind of getting to you a little bit, trying to figure out who to start, the minutes, and everything like that. Come join us for our sports book. We'd love to have you guys come join us for that. Um, but also, like I said, we are still doing NBA FanDuel and DraftKings lineup advice. Like I said, it's a little hectic right now, but once playoffs come around, we get normal rotations. Should be a little bit easier. Like I said, everyone's struggling. It doesn't matter who you are, how good you are. These rotations are crazy right now. So, like I said, if we're down a couple days, like I said, it's crazy out there right now. So, like I said, be patient. We'll get back at it here when the playoffs start with normal rotations. So, that is it. As normal, if you want to get in on any of that, just check out our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. All you need to do is message us, and we'll get you all set up. So that is it. Anyway, let's go head on to today's slate. So I'm going to give you two or three different scenarios. So all these teams are in the playoffs. All right. Almost every single one of these teams have got their main guys that are questionable. So I'm going to give you probably two scenarios. One where they all play. Oh, actually, probably three. One where they all play, two if most of their guys sit and backups play, or three where most of the starters do play, but then they decide to kind of relax them in the second half and then let their bench players finish out the second half, which a lot of teams have been doing here these last couple days. So, yeah, let's get into it. Our first game is Indiana and Houston. So, Westbrook is out. Harden should play in this one. He did rest yesterday. This is the second hit of a back-to-back for Houston in this one. Indiana has mostly all their main guys questionable. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all out, just because, like I said, these last game or two, it doesn't matter, these seeding games. So, why not take a little bit of a rest? So, Brogdon, Oladipo, House is already out, and also you have Miles Turner. I don't know why Sabonis is. They have a questionable tag. Uh, okay. Um, huh. I don't know why they have that. Thought he was out for the year. But anyway, yeah, Indiana. Most of their guys I personally think should sit in this one. There might be one or two main guys that do play. But anyway, Aaron Holiday could get some extra bump for sure. McConnell's a GPP play only because he only plays about 17 to 18 minutes, and he could go off in those small times. But for the most part, that's just a flyer. You don't really want to go too much on him. Who else we got going on for Indiana? Jakar Sampson. I'd rather have him over Doug McDermott and Justin Holiday. I feel like Sampson has more upside, but I really don't know how many of these Indiana guys I want. But once again, I mean, if all these guys are out, Indiana, they're gonna have to. These guys are gonna have to play some minutes. So TJ Leaf, we've seen in the past when he does start, he gets 25 to 30 fantasy points a game. So he's always a good option. And then Goga Bataz, however you say his name. If Turner's out, he used to start whenever Turner was out, and he had a couple of pretty good games whenever he was out. So he's not too bad of an option there. On that Houston side, don't mind Covington once again. Eric Gordon's back. I don't know how much they're really going to play him. Like I said, probably 10 to 12 minutes in this one. Not really interested in anyone besides maybe Harden if he plays a full game. But like I said, once again, they could play Harden for mostly the first half and that's it. But once Harden's out there, the dude usually likes the ball. So I don't mind Harden at all. And then, like I said, Leaf and Goga as my other two main guys I like there for Indiana. And then obviously Aaron Holiday as well. If all the Indiana Pacers are out. Toronto and Philly in this one. Most of these Toronto guys should be back, and I expect them to play most of the game here. Just most of them were out the last time out, so they're going to keep playing. They're not just going to sit them until the playoffs because then they'll get rusty. So they're going to probably play them anywhere from 28 to 32 minutes each in this one. So I mean, they're definitely viable. Lowry, Fred VanVleet, OG, Siakam, they're all viable. And then for that Philly side, Harris, Horford, and Embiid are still all questionable. So I wouldn't be surprised if they let Embiid just chill. They don't really need him right now. Horford, Harris, we'll have to see if one of those guys are out. Josh Richardson will be probably a little chalky. Burks is half decent once again. Raul, I was gonna pick this guy, I didn't. Anyway, Raul Neto had a pretty good game as well, but I don't know how much run he gets with Josh Richardson being back. So don't have a ton of Sixers in this one. Not really the greatest matchup. I could see this one easily being a blowout. Anywhere from 10 to 20 points, to be honest with you. So that's what we got going on, but I don't mind maybe a couple Toronto guys in this one. You should have a little bit of salary maybe left over here as well. All right, Miami and OKC. None was his, I think today or yesterday was his last day of quarantine, so he could be back at it here tonight. So we will have to see. Yeah, I mean, if all those guys are out for OKC again, Shea, Dennis, Gallinari, no, Nerlens, and Adams, I don't mind Chris Paul. The only thing is, I could easily see them only playing them the first half again and then letting the bench players play, which definitely could happen. So keep that in mind. That's what happened against Phoenix. And yeah, I mean, if the bench players, you have Dort, obviously. You got Diallo, the normal dudes, uh, Baisley, and don't mind some Mike Muscala. Haven't really been picking him, but dude's been solid, man, for the most part. 23 and 17. So another guy can get you 20 to 23 points. On that Miami side, I do expect them for the most part to play full minutes. So Dragic's back, Butler. I really don't mind two or three of these Miami guys, but like I said, if it gets into blowout, they could rest their guys, but we'll have to see. But I definitely don't mind a little bit of Miami since most of them haven't really played together as a team in a couple days because of injuries and leaving the bubble. So, and then last but not least, I think maybe the better game, I guess, Clippers and Denver in this one. I expect Denver to play most of the game. They only played their starters for half last time out against the Lakers, so that's a little concerning to me. We'll have to see. They might do the same thing here against the Clippers, and on the flip side, Clippers could do the same thing, play their starters for half the game and then let their bench players in. If that's the case for Denver, and like I said, we won't have any news. They're not going to say, "Hey, we're going to play our guys half the game." They just don't do that. But you could maybe take a shot, flyer shot with Dozier, Paul George, Leonard. Don't mind them. And then don't mind some Porter if Grant is out again. You could definitely one of my favorite plays of the night if Grant's out is Mason Plumlee. Whenever one of the big power forward slash centers are out, then Plumlee gets an extra 6, 7, 8 minutes. This game here, Millsap was out, and then obviously Grant was out here. So yeah, don't mind Mr. Plumlee. Like I said, even some of the big stars are probably not going to get a ton of fantasy points, but you're just going to have to take what you're given tonight. I think Harden probably is your best bet. For center, Adams is okay. You could definitely look at Zubac. Dude, been hot. I'll probably just go cheap with Plumlee, only if Grant is out. If Grant is playing, I guess go up to Zubac. You can maybe look at Kelly, but coming off the bench a little bit. And like I said, you got Goga as well. If Turner is out, he'll be very chalky. And then if for some weird reason Embiid, Horford, and Harris are all out again, definitely look at Kyle Quinn and Mike Scott. So yeah, like I said, just one of those slates. I can't really do too much for you, but I, trying to help you out as much as I can. One of those slates where once again we just have to wait for all the news to come out and see how it goes. So um, yeah, as normal, if you guys have any questions, like I said, I know it's a little confusing right now. If you have any questions, hit us up on our Twitter. Say, hey, would you rather have this guy or that guy, or so on and so forth. So And yeah, as normal, if you guys need any help on Fanduel or DraftKings lineup advice, it's been crazy. If you need any help, and definitely let us know. And like I said, our sports betting has been doing pretty solid as well. If you guys are tired of DFS right now, just want to do some sports betting, like I said, you don't have to worry about all the rotations, everything like that. Just got to bet on the team and let it ride out. So if you need any help on either of those, like I said, hit us up on our Twitter, which will be down there as normal in the comment section below. Would definitely love for you guys to come join us. And yeah, so all right, guys, that is it. Like I said, last couple days of chaos, and then we'll get into the playoffs. So hopefully, you guys all have a pretty good Wednesday. We'll see you guys a little bit later on.